Welcome in to South Warren High School, everybody. Sam Reeves back here with you for another game of Duelers baseball here this season. The Duelers and the Flash here this evening from South Warren High School, as the Duelers coming in with a record of 2-2, coming off of the loss last night in Fulton. 10-5 was your score in that one. The Flash coming in with a record of 4-0. They had an off day yesterday as a result of a rainout yesterday in Henderson, so they'll be back at it here tonight. As that is the story here. As for the Duelers, taking the mound will be Jacob Hernandez from Bosher City Community College. As the Duelers will start with Bryce Cape leading off in left field, Jackson Musrock, the shortstop, hitting second, Sam Slaughter, the DH, hitting third, Mark Castle at first base in the cleanup spot, Matt Jenkinson hits fifth, he is at third base, Rashad Robinson, the second baseman, hits sixth, Kelvin Reese in center hits seventh, Treyanne Dorsett in right field hits eighth, and Richard Grace will catch and hit ninth. So that is how we line up here, as that is the story here for the Duelers. On the other side of things for the Henderson Flash, leading off will be Kyle Levanchi at shortstop. Hitting second will be Drew Dalton in center. Casey Sorg, the DH, hits third. Nick Rucker at first base will be the cleanup hitter. Ryan Dos Santos will be in right field tonight. He hits fifth. Hitting sixth will be Jeff Hoffman at third base. Hitting seventh for the Flash, Colton Evans, the second baseman. Hitting eighth will be Nick Wimber in left field. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Flash will be Lincoln Hakeem. We'll be back after the national anthem. Back in here with you, Sam Reeves. Start of the game here, Duelers and Flash. First inning of the ball game brought to you by Woody's Glove Repair here tonight. We appreciate their support of Duelers baseball. As Jacob Hernandez toes the hill for the Duelers here this evening, as the Duelers in all blues here, royal blue pants, royal blue tops with the blue lettering and numerals trimmed in red. The Flash in their road grays, gray uniforms, gray pants, bright neon yellow numerals with blue accents for the Flash here this evening. As Hernandez will be warming up to lead off the ball game, he'll be facing Kyle Levanchi, Drew Dalton, and Casey Sorg to start this thing off. Beautiful evening for baseball here from Bowling Green, Kentucky at South Warren High School. Again, the Duelers with a record of 2 wins and 2 losses. The Henderson Flash 4-0. Situated up here in the press box, along with the person in charge, the official scorekeeper and PA announcer, Jay Sutherland, two of us are up here ready to roll, as we are just a few minutes away, or actually we're just a minute or two away from the start of this ball game. As we're ready to go here, leading off for the Henderson Flash, Kyle Levanchi, the shortstop. He will be the first to greet Jacob Hernandez. As Hernandez from Boston City Community College. Levanchi hitting .385 on the season for the Flash. As the first pitch from Hernandez is inside, ball one. Levanchi, 13 at-bats, 2 runs, 5 hits, 3 walks, a strikeout, and 4 stolen bases. As the next pitch is inside for ball 2, 2-0. As Hernandez gets a sign from the catcher Grace, rocks and fires the 2-0. Inside for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes here to the first batter of the ball game, Kyle Levanchi. Hernandez, out Boston City Community College this past season. An 8.59 ERA and 22 innings pitched. As the 3-0 is low for ball 4 and a leadoff walk for the Flash. Kyle Levanchi will take first base, and up comes the 2-hole hitter, Drew Dalton. Dalton in center field here this evening. Blue wooden bat, or blue barrel with a gray handle for Dalton. Matches the uniform combination for the Flash, as the first pitch is high and away, ball 1-0. 5 straight balls to open the ball game for Hernandez on the mound. Hernandez from the stretch gets the sign. Here comes the 0-1. That pitch is fouled off, strike number 1, 1-1 the count. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. One one the count. Here comes the next one from Hernandez, and that one is fouled off. Strike 2, 1-2. As Drew Dalton, 8 at-bats, no hits quite yet for Drew on the season, as he's behind in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the next one from Hernandez, fouled off. Dalton will stay alive. Count holds at 1-2. To the leadoff walk to start this ballgame, Kyle Levanchi leads off of first base. In the box, the 2-hole hitter Drew Dalton in center field for the Flash tonight. As Hernandez looks back at first, gets his sign, and here comes another 1-2. Runner takes off. Grace will flow down to second on a ball. The tag by the shortstop Musrock, and he is toast. A nice throw by Grace down to second to get the out on the steal attempt. The pitch was ball number 2. And 1 out, nobody on for the Flash. The 2-2 is low and in the dirt, ball 3. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. One down here, top of the first, as Hernandez brings home the 3-2. Low and away for ball number 4. 2 straight walks for Jacob to open the ball game. Now just a man on first, though. 1 down after the caught stealing. Casey Sorg, the designated hitter, next up for the Flash, the 3-hole hitter. He'll dig in from the left side, wearing number 5 for Henderson this summer. As the first pitch from Hernandez, first to throw to first. They had him in time, and he is out. Nice throw right on the bag by Hernandez, and a tag by Mark Castle at first. Now 2 out and nobody on. After back-to-back walks, the Flash all of a sudden have nobody on base with 2 down, top of the first inning. Casey Sorg digs in with a fresh count. No balls, no strikes. The first pitch inside corner for strike 1. Sorg on the season, an infielder as well as a right-handed pitcher. He'll go both ways, hitting .286 on the year. 14 at-bats, 4 hits. As the next pitch is fouled straight back. 0-1 your count. Or 0-2, excuse me, as the first pitch was called strike 1. 0-2 the count to the 3-hole hitter, Casey Sorg, the DH here tonight. Here comes the pitch. Low and in the dirt, check swing, no swing for Sorg. 1-2 now. Casey Sorg from Bellarmine University and Floyd's Knobs, Indiana. So he'll dig in, facing a 1-2 count. Here's the pitch from Hernandez. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Hernandez with 2 walks to start the game gets out of it with no runs scored. And after the top of the first, no score here from South Warren. The Duelers coming to the plate after this. Stay with us. While we have a minute, we would like to take this time to thank some of our sponsors. That include Kundal Flooring and Installation for all your flooring, tile, and backsplash needs. Kundal Flooring is the right choice. Contact Phil Kundal at 931-561-8607 for more information today. Also, we'd like to thank El Mazatlan Restaurant and Grill, located at 1403 Nashville Road in Franklin, Kentucky. El Mazatlan is a proud supporter of the Duelers. Also, Holly J's Bar and Grill in Franklin. You can find them at 1326 Nashville Road. Holly J's is available for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. We appreciate their continued support of Duelers baseball. Back in, ready to begin. The bottom of the first for the Duelers. Coming up will be 1, 2, and 3 in the order: Cape, Musrock, and Slaughter. As Bryce Cape from Southeast Illinois University will be the first one to dig into the box. As Cape wearing number 5 for the Duelers and the all-blue uniforms. Blue tops, blue pants, trimmed in red here this evening for Franklin. As it will be Cape, Musrock, and Slaughter for the Duelers, top of the first. Facing the left-handed pitcher, Nick Coleman.
And lead off for the Franklin Duelers, number 5, all the way from Southeastern Illinois University, Bryce Cape.
Cape will dig in, right-handed hitter facing the left-handed hurler. That's Coleman on the hill. As Coleman, the lefty on the rubber, here comes his first pitch of the evening, and that one is high for ball 1. Cape from Southeast Illinois University. On the season, hitting 125 here early on, as the next pitch is fought away for a foul ball. 1-1 your count. Cape starting in left field here this evening. Has played a little bit of right as well for the Duelers. As the 1-1 is in there for strike 2, 1-2. One ball, two strikes. Here's the pitch from Coleman, and that one hangs away for ball two. 2-2 your count. Two balls and two strikes here as the 2-2 is chopped on the ground to shortstop. The shortstop, Levanchi, brings it in and fires over to first base. And that is one down here, top of the first, for the Flash. On defense, the Duelers at the plate. Now up for Franklin will be Jackson Musrock. Musrock faces the first pitch inside, hits the inside corner for strike one. Musrock backed away from the plate, but the pitch was on the corner for strike one. The 0-1 fouled straight back, no balls and two strikes. Musrock from the University of Memphis. Facing an 0-2 count from Coleman. Here's the next pitch. High for ball one, 1-2. Musrock on the season with a .357 batting average for the Duelers. That is the best average on the team so far early on this year. As the next pitch is chopped on the ground to first. First baseman over to the bag for out number 2. Sam Slaughter, the 3-hole hitter, will dig in now for the Duelers. Played the previous season at Calhoun Community College, had a very good year at Calhoun. Started his collegiate career at the University of Memphis, and now will be transferring back up to Division I next year at Belmont. As the first pitch to Slaughter, outside corner, strike one. Slaughter, the left-handed hitter, wearing number 23 for the Duelers. As the 0-1 pitch hangs high for ball one. Next pitch away for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Nick Coleman has 4 innings pitched on the year so far for Henderson. Got the win in his only appearance with a 0.00 ERA. Next pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down here. Bottom of the first inning. No score from South Warren between the Flash and the Duelers. As the 2-2. Breaking ball fouled off behind the plate. Count will hold. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's 2-2 to Sam Slaughter. Here comes the next one from Coleman on its way. Outside for ball 3. Full count now to Sam. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Bottom of the first. Coleman gets his sign. The lefty kicks and deals the full count pitch. Inside for ball 4, and Slaughter will draw a 2-out walk. Up next for the Duelers will be the cleanup hitter, Mark Castle, the first baseman.
And coming out to bat, number 22, the first baseman from Young Harris College, Mark Castle.
Castle hails from Young Harris College. Had a good season this past year at Young Harris, did Castle. Hit .335 on the year for Young Harris. Slaughter takes off on the first pitch. The pitch is outside. Slaughter will slide feet first into second safely. A stolen base for Sam. Means a man in scoring position now with 2 down for the Duelers. Chance to drive in a run with a hit here if Castle can get one. Castle digs in, the right-handed hitter. As the first pitch was ball one. Timeout call before the next delivery, and they'll do it again. But instead, actually, never mind. A balk has been called on the pitcher Coleman, and Slaughter will take third base. We've seen a lot of balks so far early on in this season throughout the OVL, honestly. As there were two called on Isidro Jimenez, the Duelers starter yesterday in Fulton. Two down and a 1-ball, no strike count to Mark Castle. Here comes Coleman's pitch. Inside corner for strike one. 1-ball, 1 strike. Castle on the season, a 167 batting average and 12 ABs so far early on. As the next pitch is popped up high and in the air. In comes the first baseman Rucker to grab it and retire the side after 1 inning of play. No score here from South Warren. Stay with us. While we have a minute, we would like to continue to thank a few of our sponsors. They include El Potrero Cantina and Grill, located at 270 Trotters Lane in Franklin, Kentucky. El Potrero is a proud supporter of the Duelers. Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. If you need mortgage assistance in the Bowling Green area, contact Kellyanne Sanders at 270-421-3157 today. Also, PikaView Imaging, whether it's 2D, 3D, or 4D ultrasounds, PikaView is the place to go for your imaging needs. You can find them at 107 Roby Street in Franklin, Kentucky. We appreciate their support of Duelers Baseball. Back in to begin the second inning of play here from South Warren High School. No score, the Duelers and the Flash. As the home plate umpire is having a discussion with two of the Flash coaches over there down the first base line. Interesting to know what that's about, as we'll see if anything comes about as a result. As Nick Rucker, the first baseman, will dig in to lead off the second. First pitch from Hernandez to Rucker is on its way, and that one is poked down the line. Right field side into foul territory, a foul ball. Strike number 1. Next pitch is low and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. As the 1 ball, 1 strike pitch. Inside off the corner, apparently. 2 balls and 1 strike. Rucker, no hits yet on the season in 5 at-bats. As Hernandez, 2-1, is fouled off third base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rucker, the right-handed hitter. 2-2 pitch on the way. A breaking ball on the ground to short. Musrock gobbles up the hop and a throw over to Castle at first. 1 up and 1 down here, top of the second. That hop popped up just a little bit on Musrock, gathered it in, and fired it over to first for the first out of the ball game. 6-3 on the putout on that one. Now up is Nick Rucker, or excuse me, Ryan Dos Santos, the right fielder. Strike number 1. Next one, low and away, ball 1. Dos Santos wearing 00 for the Flash this year. 1-1 pitch. Off the outside corner did he go. No swing, says the third base umpire. 2 balls, 1 strike. Looked like that could have been called a strike at the plate or on the swing, and neither one went the way of the Duelers. Next pitch is strike 2. 2-2 your count here to Ryan Dos Santos. Here comes the 2-2. Chopped on the ground, foul ball. Grace will grab it, but it is a foul ball. Count will hold 2 balls and 2 strikes. Duelers coming off of a 10-5 loss at the hands of the Fulton Railroaders in Fulton last night. Looking to rebound and get on the right side of the win column here this evening. 2-2. Here's the pitch from Hernandez. On the ground at first, Castle to a knee to gobble it up. Throw over to Hernandez covering. And that is 2 down here, top of the second. Now coming to the dish for the Flash will be Jeff Hoffman. Hitting .250 on the season in 12 at-bats. 3 hits, 1 double, and 2 strikeouts for Hoffman. First pitch from Hernandez is chopped straight back, foul ball, 0-1. Jeff Hoffman from Willamette University in Salida, California. As the 0-1 is a very nice slider from Hernandez, First strike 2, swing and a miss. As the 0-2 pitch from Hernandez gets a sign from Grayson. Here it comes. Another nasty slider in the dirt, swung on and missed by Hoffman, and that's a strikeout for Hernandez to end the second. After 1.5, the Duelers and the Flash. No score here from South Warren. While we have a second here, let's take a look around the league here in the OVL. Matchups this evening across the entire league. As this evening on Wednesday the 8th features, of course, this game here from South Warren between the Flash and the Duelers. Also, the Madisonville Miners will be traveling to Paducah to play the Chiefs. The Louisville Jockeys headed to Hopkinsville to play the Hoptown Hoppers. Du Bois County going to Fulton to play the Railroaders. Also, Owensboro. The River Dogs will be headed to Hendersonville to play the Full Count Rhythm. That is your slate of games here across the OVL so far this evening. Looking at the standings here early on, of course, split into 2 divisions. In the North Division, led by these Henderson Flash at 4-0, the Du Bois County Bombers at 3-2, Muhlenberg at 2-2, Madisonville at 2-3, the Jockeys at 1-3, and Owensboro rounds out the division at 0-5. The Southern Division, the Fulton Railroaders at 4-1, the Hoptown Hoppers in second at 4-1, the Rhythm at 3-2, your Duelers at 2-2, and the Paducah Chiefs at 0-4 in the South. So that is a look around the Ohio Valley League here this evening. Provide a few score updates as we go about our evening here tonight as play progresses. But that is how things look in the OVL. As we are trying out a 2-camera angle setup here this evening, and it won't be able to really work very well on the road for our road ball games, but we'll try to do it here at home as much as we can. So let us know what you think. Either contact us on social media at Duelers Baseball on Twitter or at Franklin Duelers on Facebook, or just comment here on the YouTube video. Let us know what you think of this 2-camera view. I'll do my best to remember to switch between angles as the ball is put in play as much as I can. It'll take a little bit of getting used to on my end, but we'll get through it. As the first pitch to Matt Jenkinson to lead off the second is in there for strike one. Jenkinson from Roane State Community College will be headed to Lincoln Memorial next season at the D2 level. The next pitch is swung on a miss, strike number 2, 0-2 the count. Nick Coleman, the left-handed pitcher, gets his sign from the catcher Hakeem. Here comes the next one, and that is lined through the hole between third and short. A hard-hit leadoff single for Matt Jenkinson for the Duelers here, top or bottom of the second inning.
Up to bat, number 7, hailing from Memphis University.
University of Memphis, Rashad Robinson next to dig into the box for the Duelers, with Jenkinson off of first. As Rashad, normally an outfielder, starting at second base here today. Jenkinson takes his lead off first. Here's the first pitch, high for ball 1. As Robinson on the season, a .250 batting average here early as the 1-0. Inside corner for strike 1. Only 4 at-bats for Rashad, as he hasn't had a ton of ABs so far this season. Had a bit of a sore leg after game 1, so he's rested that one. And back starting tonight as the next pitch is high and away for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls and 1 strike, the count. Timeout is called at the plate by Robinson. He'll step back in the box. 2-1 against Nick Coleman, the lefty for the Flash. No score here. Bottom of the second. Jenkinson off of first base with nobody down. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, gets past the catcher Hakeem. Jenkinson off to second, and he will be in standing up without a throw. The wild pitch is obviously also a ball. 3-1 will be your count, but first Hakeem will head out there to talk to his pitcher, Nick Coleman. Man in scoring position, nobody down. That is Matt Jenkinson out there at second. Rashad Robinson, the second baseman this evening from the University of Memphis, in the box, wearing number 7 for the Duelers. Again, Franklin coming into this game, 2 wins and 2 losses. The Flash 4-0. As these two teams were supposed to square off 2 nights ago in Henderson, but rain postponed that one. Still yet to figure out a rescheduled date on that one. We'll let you know when it has been determined for the trip up to Henderson. As the 3-1 pitch. Inside corner for strike 2. Full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's Robinson, the right-handed hitter, with Jenkinson off of second base. No score here. Bottom of the second from South Warren High School. Here comes the pitch from Coleman. High and away, ball 4, a walk. Makes it first and second. Nobody down for your Duelers here in the second.
Coming up to bat, number 46 from Steelman College.
Next up will be Kelvin Reese, the center fielder here this evening. Kelvin, the NABC All-Star at Stoneman College. Also won a Gold Glove at Stoneman this past season. Chance to drive in some runs, at least 1, maybe 2 with a hit here for Kelvin. Here's the first pitch. Inside for ball 1, just off the corner. Kelvin, the right-handed hitter, with Jenkinson off of second and Robinson off first. Here comes Coleman's 1-0. Is high for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. As Robinson at Stillman this past season, or excuse me, Reese at Stillman hit 333 and 117 ABs. As the pitches fell off first base side, 2-1 the count. Also, Kelvin, 39 hits, 11 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, 24 RBIs at Stillman this past season. That's a 2-1. Is inside, it hits him on the ankle or foot area, and the bases will be loaded now for the Duelers with nobody out here, bottom of the second inning.
And coming up to bat, also from Steelman College, number 8, Treyon Dorsett.
As Reese's college teammate Treyon Dorsett will dig in now, the right fielder. But first, a meeting at the mound for the Flash pitching coach, along with the entire infield, taking his time to get out there to the mound. As we have the bases loaded here with nobody down for the Duelers. Chance to do some damage and get on the board here early from South Warren. A beautiful evening for baseball here tonight. As after what was supposed to be a 4-game road trip turned into 3 with the rain out, the Duelers with an 8-game homestand starting tonight, home all the way through Friday, June 17th. So if you're in the area, come out and support your Duelers this next week plus, and of course all season as well, but start of a long homestand here tonight for the Duelers. As we're ready to go, Dorsett digs in, right-handed hitter to face the lefty. As the first pitch from Coleman is high, ball 1. As Jenkinson leads off of third, Robinson off of second, and Reese off first. So the next pitch is also high for ball 2. As this pitcher, Nick Coleman, has struggled these last few batters, missing consistently up above the zone. See if he can get back under control and lower just a little bit, find the zone once again. As the 2-0 pitch is inside for ball 3. Nowhere to put Treyon Dorsett as the bases are loaded here with nobody down for the Franklin Duelers. Coleman gets the sign. Here's the 3-0. Swung on and missed as Dorsett had the green light on 3-0. But no contact, 3-1 your count now. Dorsett, a two-way player, actually came in and pitched just last night against Fulton. Starting in left tonight as the next pitch is high and away for ball 4. That's an RBI to Treyon Dorsett on the walk with the bases loaded. Jenkinson will touch home. And the bases are still full of Duelers with a 1-0 lead now. And Rashard Grace, the catcher, will come up now for the Duelers. As Grace will dig in, right-handed hitter. First pitch from Coleman. Outside corner, strike number 1. Rashard Grace from Southern University. As the 0-1 hangs high for a ball 1, just missed upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Grace. Catching tonight is Evan Kirk, one of our 2 catchers here for Franklin. Has a little bit of arm soreness. Brett Rowell has been catching a lot lately, so he gets the day off. And Rashard Grace is back behind the dish this evening. Next pitch is on the inside corner for strike number 2. 1-2 now your count. Grace will dig back in, awaiting a 1-2 from the lefty Coleman, and here it is. As Grace will poke one down the line, diving is the right fielder Dos Santos. He can't come up with it. It falls harmlessly to the ground, excuse me. And it is count hold at 0-2 or 1-2 still. As we'll give a shout out up here, as sitting to my right, running the scoreboard, is Renard Grace, Richard's twin at UAB. Will be attending Southern, so they'll both be at Southern next season. As Richard back in the box, faces a 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 on a fastball upstairs. 1 down. As lineup turns over, top of the order, Bryce Cape will dig in now for the Duelers. Second up out of the day. Here comes the first pitch. A little bit high for ball 1. Cape in the first grounded out to short. 0-1 on the day. Bases loaded. Here comes the next pitch. Inside corner, strike number 1. Shard Robinson on third base, or Rashad Robinson on third base, excuse me. On second is Kelvin Reese, and off of first base. As the next pitch is poked foul. Strike 2. Off of first is Trey Dorsett for the Duelers. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out, a 1-0 lead for Franklin. Bryce Cape behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As here comes Coleman's next pitch. Spoiled and poked away. Foul ball back behind the dish. Count holds 1-2. Duelers up 1-0 here. Bottom of the second. Chance to add on a few more here. With the bases loaded and 1 down. Here comes the 1-2 to Cape. Breaking ball misses high for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Cape will dig back in. White barrel with a darker red handle on the wooden bat for Bryce Cape. Wiggles it above his shoulder and awaits the 2-2. High and away, ball 3. 3 balls in, 2 strikes. Once again, nowhere to put Cape with the bases loaded. On the full count at 3-2 with the bases juiced for the Duelers. Coleman gets his sign. First of time is called for and granted by the home plate umpire. Cape will step out and now back into the box. Coleman gets his sign from Hakeem. Here comes the 3-2. High and inside, almost hits him. Ball 4 and another RBI and a walk for the Duelers. Franklin will definitely take it. Up 2-0 now. Musrock, the shortstop, will dig back in now for his second up out of the day. Jackson out on 3 unassisted in the first to the first baseman. As back out goes the coaching staff for Henderson. Out on the mound to discuss things with Nick Coleman. Will they be pulling him from this game this early? It appears the answer to that question is yes. As we will see here. Yes, that will be the end of the day for Nick Coleman. As now into the ball game for the Flash. A new pitcher for Henderson. Wearing at number 1, Cade Sanders from Volunteer State Community College in Hendersonville, Tennessee. The right-handed pitcher will toe the slab as Coleman couldn't even get out of the first. Cade Sanders, the new pitcher for the Flash. See, we'll toss a few warm-up pitches. The first one to Greek Cade will be the shortstop for the Duelers, Jackson Musrock. Looking at the Flash coming into today as a team hitting .226. So the pitching staff has gotten them the majority of their wins, it appears. Results for the Flash: an 11-3 win to start the year at Owensboro. Follow that up with a 4-3 win at home against the River Dogs. Then a 6-5 win against Madisonville and a 3-0 win at Du Bois County. As Cade Sanders still tossing his warm-up pitches. Musrock ready to dig into the box.
I don't trust this chair. I don't trust this shirt either, so I'm already getting tired. This looks like energizing.
As Musrock from the University of Memphis will dig into the box to start his second at-bat on the day. Musrock coming into today with a .357 batting average, 14 at-bats, 5 hits, 2 RBIs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, 2 stolen bases for Musrock. In the first inning, out to the first baseman, 3 unassisted. As Sanders is ready to go, Cade's first pitch, the right-handed pitcher, here it comes. Low into the dirt, nice block behind the plate by Hakeem. The Flash pitching staff has had a lot of trouble so far early on finding the strike zone. As Coleman was missing up consistently, that first pitch from Sanders was down. Next one also down, ball 2. So far, 50 pitches thrown between these two pitchers. 25 balls, 25 strikes for the Flash. As the next pitch is slapped through the hole past the first baseman. At least one run is in. Here comes the second. Throw to the plate on the relay is in time, and he is out. Treyan Dorsett is gunned down at the plate. But one more run will cross the plate for the Duelers, and it's 3-0 now. The relay came in from the right fielder Dos Santos, cut off, I believe, by the first baseman Rucker, and he fired home to Hakeem to cut down Dorsett. It might have looked like Dorsett avoided the tag and got down safely, but so manager Kyle Schexter having a conversation with the home plate umpire to no avail. The out call will stand. 2 down now, but 3-0, the Duelers in front. As that's the third RBI for Jackson Musrock on the year, on the RBI single. Now digging in will be the left-handed hitting DH, Sam Slaughter. Drew a walk in his first inning of work, or in his first plate appearance of the day, excuse me. First pitch from Sanders finds the strike zone, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Slaughter digs into the box, awaits the 0-1 from Sanders. Here it comes. Breaking ball low and inside, but swung on and missed by Slaughter. Now down in the count, no balls in, 2 strikes. Oh, and 2, Slaughter behind in the count. Here comes the next one from Sanders. On its way. Fought off, 2 left, and that will fall for a hit. Another RBI. Run batted in this time for Sam Slaughter. Runners move up 90 feet as well. Make that 4-0. Franklin in front on the RBI hit from Sam. Duelers continue to keep the line moving. As Castle now will dig in for your Duelers. Runners at first and second now, 2 down. Slaughter on first, Musrock on second. 4-0 your score, Duelers in front. Here comes the first one from Sanders, And that's chopped to the second baseman. Evans will go the short way to second to retire the side, but not before more runs come across, or runs come across for the Duelers. 4 of them, to be exact, makes the score. 4-0 Franklin after 2 complete. Stay with us for more Duelers baseball after this on the Duelers Baseball Network. As the next hitter to the dish will be Nick Wimber, the left fielder. He will dig in with 1 down. After the pop up to third in foul territory, Jenkinson brought it in. Now a chopper to short. Musrock over to grab it, and that's an easy 2 up and 2 down for the Duelers.
Coming up to bat, the catcher, number 24,
Lincoln Hakeem, now the 9-hole hitter, the catcher for the Flash, will dig in for his first at bat of the day. First, Hakeem needs to go grab a new bat, it looks like, and he'll come out with another piece of lumber. Wearing number 21 on the season is Hakeem. As the first pitch to the left-handed hitter, Hernandez, it's on its way to Hakeem, and that one's strike number 1. It's Hakeem from Guilford Technical Community College in Monroe Falls, Ohio. As the next pitch low into the dirt gets past the catcher for ball number 1. 1-1 your count. As it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Hakeem, the catcher, digs in from the left side, facing Jacob Hernandez from Bosher City Community College for the Duelers on the hill. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that's chopped on the ground to second. Robinson over to Castle at first, and that will retire the top of the third. 3 up and 3 down for the Flash. And the third Duelers coming back up 4-0. While we have a moment, we would like to invite you to visit Bowling Green. You can go to visitbgky.com or call 800-326-7465 today to learn about all the exciting events going on in the Bowling Green area over the course of the summer. Some of those exciting events will be on your screen now. You can check them out Or once again, go to visitbgky.com to learn more today. As after 3.5, 4-0 Duelers. Jacob Hernandez has pitched very well in his first 3 innings of work. As back out there for her second inning of work is Cade Sanders for the Flash. As coming up for the Duelers to lead off the bottom of the third will be 4, 5, and 6. Castle, Jenkinson, and Musrock, I believe. As the final line on the day for starter Nick Coleman for the Flash, 1 1/3 innings pitched. 1 hit, 4 runs, all 4 earned. 1 strikeout, 4 walks.
And coming up the bat, the third baseman, number 14, Matt Jenkins.
Excuse me, it is Matt Jenkinson. I looked over to the on-deck circle, and I'm like, that is not Castle, that's Jenkinson. This Jenkinson to dig in for his second at-bat of the day. First pitch is chopped on the ground past the sliding second baseman and into center field. That's the second single on the day for Matt Jenkinson here to start inning number 3. Got on to lead off the second as well. That was the start of the 4-run inning in the second. Shad Robinson, second baseman this evening, will dig in for his second at-bat now. A walk in the second for Rashad, up once again here in the third. Jenkinson leads off first. Here comes the first pitch. A little bit high for ball number 1. Robinson, the right-handed hitter, with Jenkinson off first and nobody out here in the top of the third. 4-0, Duelers in front of the Flash. Next pitch to Robinson is fought off, fouled away, third base side, into the hands of head coach Kyle Schexnader, who grabs it and takes a stutter step like he's about to throw a bomb at quarterback, and then tosses it into the dugout. That's interesting to note, too. Kyle Schexnader was a 2-sport star in high school and college, both baseball and football, played quarterback in college. As the next pitch is ball 2, a throwback behind the runners, not in time. Talking to Kyle yesterday, he described himself as a dual threat quarterback. Could make a difference with his feet as well as his arm. And here as the head coach and manager of the Duelers in the summer of 2022. As the next pitch is low for ball 2. 2-1 your count. As Robinson digs in. Here comes the next one. Check swing by Rashad. Did he go? Appeal to first base umpire. No swing. And that's a walk for Robinson.
And coming up the bat to center fielder, number 46, Kelvin Reese.
That will bring up Kelvin Reese, the center fielder for the Duelers, with 2 on. And nobody down for your Duelers. Chance to add on more to the 4-0 lead they have already. Reese reached on a hit by pitch his first time up. He will square to bunt. The pitch is popped up. Over goes the third baseman, and it falls safely in foul territory. 0-1 the count. Robinson hoping to sacrifice, it looked like, at least on that first pitch, to move both runners over. As Reese will dig in, the right-handed hitter, with Jenkinson off of first base, and Jenkinson off second and Robinson off first. Cade Sanders on the mound for the Flash. Reese will square again. Bunt once again on the third baseline, grabbed by Schexnayder in foul territory. Tosses that one into the dugout, 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. From Sanders to Reese, here's the pitch. Pitch outside, ball 1, 1-2 the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kelvin Reese. Here comes the pitch from Sanders on its way. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Kelvin Reese down swinging, and that's the first out of the inning.
Coming up to bat the right fielder, number 8, Treyon Dorsett.
As Treyan Dorsett digs in now. In the third. Dorsett, the left-handed hitter, with men on first and second, 1 down. Here's the first pitch, high, ball 1. Bottom of the third inning, Duelers 4, Flash nothing here from South Warren High School. My name is Sam Reeves here with you. Once again, for more Duelers baseball, the next pitch is low for ball 2, 2 balls, no strikes. Treyan Dorsett had a walk in the second with an RBI as well, a bases loaded walk for Treyan. As a 2-0. Outside corner, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count now. As it's 2-1, Sanders looks in to get a sign from Hakeem. Here comes the pitch. Little bit high for ball 3. 3-1 the count now. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. As Dorsett digs back in from the left side. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Here comes the 3-1. That pitch is chopped foul at the plate. Strike 2, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. As Dorsett will dig in once more. Awaits the 3-2, does Treyan, and here it comes. Fouled straight back. Count will stay at 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes to Treyan from Stillman College. The two-way player here for the Duelers. Starting in left or right here tonight as the 3-2 is high for ball 4. Another walk for Treyan Dorsett. A walk in both plate appearances for Treyan here tonight. Rashard Grace, the 9-hole hitting catcher, digs in now for the Duelers. With the bases loaded, chance to do some damage for Rashard. Struck out swinging in the second. Now up again in the third with the bases loaded. Here's the first pitch from Sanders. Low and in the dirt. Blocked nicely, though, by the catcher Hakeem to prevent runners from coming around and scoring and the other runners advancing. As the 1-0 is in there, strike 1. One ball, 1 strike to count to Rashard Grace, the catcher from Southern. Next pitch is inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch. And that's lined into center, and it will hang up in the air. Runner will hold, but the runner at second is doubled off on a double play. That will end the inning for the Duelers after no runs come across, despite having the bases loaded. Score will hold, though, 4-0. Franklin in front. As we would like to take this time to thank some of our sponsors that include SureStay Hotel, Bowling Green North, located at 700 Interstate Drive in Bowling Green, Kentucky. SureStay by Best Western is the official hotel of the Duelers. If you're coming into town, be sure to check them out. Also, Wildfire Barbecue. Check them out at 105 State Street in Franklin, Kentucky. Available for dine-in or carry-out. Wildfire has been serving delicious barbecue in the region for over 20 years. Wildfire is the official barbecue restaurant of Duelers Baseball. Also, Woody's Glove Repair, located in Franklin, Kentucky. Woody's brings old baseball gloves back to life and gives new ones a custom look, offering relacing, repair, and break-in services. Take your glove to the next level with Woody's Glove Repair. Also, Kundal Flooring and Installation for all your flooring, tile, and backsplash needs. Kundal Flooring is the right choice. Contact Phil Kundal at 931-561-8607 for more information today. As we would like to welcome you back in to South Warren High School for the top of the 4th inning of play now. As top of the order, Kyle Levanchi digs in for his second up out of the day here in the second. Levanchi in his first up out of the day drew a walk to lead off the ball game. First pitch from Hernandez hits the bottom of the zone, strike 1. Hernandez's next one on its way. Fouled off first base side, no balls and 2 strikes. Hernandez has been working with good rhythm here early on, as he's ahead in the count to Levanchi. 0-2, here it comes. As it's a chopper, third base side. Hernandez will cut it off, but has no play. A weak contact single by Levanchi. As definitely a hit in the scorebook on that one for Levanchi, as a leadoff single for the Flash. Next up will be Drew Dalton, the center fielder. First pitch, high and away, ball 1. As Hernandez gets the sign. As the next one is away for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Two balls and no strikes to count to Drew Dalton, the center field. As Levanchi off of first, the next pitch hangs outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. As the 3-0 pitch is apparently not in the strike zone for ball 4.
Coming up the bat, DH number 5, Casey Sword.
As after the walk, Casey Sorg, the DH, will dig in now. As the DH, Sorg,
You have like swords or something like this?
the first pitch coming from Hernandez to Sorg. And another balk has been called, this time on Hernandez. Apparently he didn't come set. That's an interesting one. Yeah, apparently according to the second base umpire, he didn't come set. As the umpire, or as Levanchi will take second base now for the Flash. As the next pitch is low outside for ball number 1. 1-0 the count. After the balk, Levanchi on second base. Nobody down. 4-0 Duelers in front. Here comes the next pitch, and that is lined down the first base line fair past Castle. That's an easy RBI double. The throw comes into second, and that's offline. As it's 4-1 now. As it's 4-2 now. As pitching coach Jacob Snyder heads to the mound to talk to Hernandez. 2 runs come across on the 2 RBI double by Sorg. Ready at the mound by Snyder is over. He will walk back to the third base Duelers dugout. Now the next hitter, Nick Rucker, the first baseman, to dig in for the Flash. Got it out to short his first time up. Runner now on second, nobody out for the Flash. 4-2, Duelers in front, top of the 4th. Here's the pitch by Hernandez, high and inside, ball 1. It's Rucker, right-handed hitter for the Flash. Digs in. Hernandez gets the sign. Here's the next pitch. Inside ball 2. 2-0 now the count. Rucker will dig back in, facing a 2-0 count. The Flash first baseman ahead in the count now as Hernandez's next pitch. Here it comes. It's the bottom of the zone, strike number 1. Casey Sorg will lead off a second. As Hernandez will bring home the 2-1. Here it comes. Pitch is chopped away for a foul ball. Count holds at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes for Jacob Hernandez, the pitcher from Bosher City Community College. Pitching now to the first baseman for the Flash, Nick Rucker. Here comes the 2-2. Inside for ball 3. Did it hit him? Apparently it hit him on the knee. I guess, says the home plate umpire. It looked like that was just inside, but I guess it hit him. So the bases now first and second for the Flash. That was strange. I didn't think that hit him, but apparently it grazed the lower leg of the hitter Rucker, and that's a hit by pitch in the book. Now bringing up Ryan Dos Santos, the right fielder, with first and second, and nobody out still for the Flash. Here comes the first pitch. Off the outside corner, 1-0, excuse me. Hernandez will get the sign from his catcher, Grace. From the stretch, Hernandez brings home the 1-0. Here it comes. Fought off, third base side, foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's 1 ball, 1 strike for Hernandez. Here's the pitch to Dos Santos in the dirt, blocked nicely though by Grace to prevent to keep the runners where they're at. 2 balls and 1 strike. Nobody out. Duelers ahead 4-2. Top of the 4th, excuse me. Here's the next pitch. On the ground to short. Musrock steps on the bag for 1. Over to first. Off the bag was Castle. But the first out is recorded. Now runners at first and third with 1 down for the Flash. Musrock takes it himself to second for the first out of the inning. Runners now first and third, 1 down. First pitch from Hernandez is outside. 1-0. Hitter at the plate now is Jeff Hoffman, the third baseman, struck out swinging in the second in his first at-bat. Runner goes. Pitch is chopped foul, first base side, 1-1 as the runner will return to first. Hoffman digs back in, the right-handed hitter. With runners on first and third, 1 down for the Flash here, top of the 4th. Facing Jacob Hernandez, the Duelers starter here this evening. 1-1 with 1 down. A throwback behind the runner. They have the Flash in a pickle. The runner may break to home. They're keeping an eye on that. Castle will tag the runner out by first base, and the runner at third will stay where he is at. Very nice execution there by Hernandez and the Duelers infield. As that's 2 outs now. As the next hitter, hit the chopper to second. Robinson brings it in, and that's the end of the top of the 4th. But 2 runs come across the plate for the Flash, making the score Duelers 4, Henderson Flash 2 after 3.5. Stay with us for more Duelers baseball after this. Back in to begin the bottom of the fourth inning of play. Duelers coming to the plate. Up 4-2 here. As I believe it'll be the top of the order, Cape, Musrock, and the Slaughter for the Duelers. Still facing the second pitcher on the day, Cade Sanders for the Flash. As it will be Bryce Cape, the left fielder, to dig in to lead off the fourth for the Duelers. So far on the day, a ground out to short and a walk for Cape today. As Sanders gets the sign from his catcher Hakeem. First pitch, low in the dirt, ball one. Oh, 1-0 pitch is line. Nice grab over there out at shortstop, though, by Levanchi. Leapt high in the air to bring it down. And that's one down for the Duelers at the plate here in the bottom of the fourth. Jackson Musrock, the shortstop, will dig in for his third at bat of the day now with one out and nobody on. Bottom of the fourth. Out 3 unassisted in the first and an RBI single for Jackson in the second. Musrock, the right-handed hitter, will dig into the box. Here is the pitch. Grounded off the pitcher. Picked up by Sanders. Will go over to second, or to first, excuse me. And there are two down. After two quick outs, Sam Slaughter, the DH, will dig in now. Slaughter with a walk and an RBI single to his name so far this evening. Slaughter, the left-handed hitter, digs into the box and awaits the first pitch from Sanders. Here it comes. Outside corner, strike number one. 4-2, Duelers in front of the Flash. Here comes the 0-1. Foul, swung on and missed for strike number two. 0-2 the count to Sam. 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors for the Flash. The Duelers with 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Here's the 0-2, outside ball number 1. The pitcher, Sanders, started to walk back to the dugout. Well, that pitch was definitely not even close to a strike. That was outside by a good foot or two, I would say, in the right-hander's batter's box. So he didn't get the call. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the next pitch. Now that's on the ground to shortstop. Levanchi over to first in the dirt. Nice pick out there by the first baseman Rucker to end the inning after 3 quick outs for Sanders and the Flash. But after 4 complete, the Duelers hold on to a 2-run lead. Your score: Franklin Duelers 4, Henderson Flash 2. While we have a moment, we would like to take this time to thank some of our sponsors. They include Kundal Flooring and Installation for all your flooring, tile, and backsplash needs. Kundal Flooring is the right choice. Contact Phil Kundal at 931-561-8607 for more information today. Also, El Mazatlan Mexican Restaurant and Grill, located at 1403 Nashville Road in Franklin, Kentucky. El Mazatlan is a proud supporter of the Duelers. Holly J's Bar and Grill in Franklin, Kentucky. You can find them at 1326 Nashville Road. Holly J's is available for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. We appreciate their continued support of Duelers Baseball. El Potrero Cantina and Grill, located at 270 Trotters Lane in Franklin. El Potrero is a proud supporter of the Duelers. Also, Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. If you need mortgage assistance in the Bowling Green area, contact Kelly Ann Sanders at 270-421-3157 today. We would like to thank them all for their support of Duelers Baseball in this 2022 season. We appreciate all of their support. As the first pitch to Colton Evans, first timeout is called, and Grace will head out to have a discussion with Jacob Hernandez. Evans, the second baseman, the 7-hole hitter in this Flash lineup. A pop out to the the third baseman Jenkinson for Evans in the third. Up now in the top of the fifth. There's the first pitch from Hernandez. Inside, ball one. Hernandez gets a sign from Grace. Here comes the 1-0. Fouled off. Strike number one. 1-1 the count now. As Colton Evans for the Flash. Hitting .429 coming into this ball game. 7 at-bats, 3 hits. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, and 3 stolen bases. As the next pitch is thrown away for ball number 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. As the second baseman, from Vincennes University in Henderson, Kentucky, fouls off the next pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Top of the fifth. 4-2 your score. Duelers in front of the Flash. As Hernandez is ready to bring home the 2-2, but first timeout is called at the plate. As Evans will step out, now dig back in, the right-handed hitter. Wearing number 14 for the Flash. Here comes the 2-2. Breaking ball. Apparently inside for ball 3. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes for the leadoff hitter in this 5th inning. Colton Evans awaits a full count pitch from Hernandez. First time out is called by Jacob. Wants Grace to go through the signs again, and he will do so. Now ready to go. Here comes the 3-2. Chopped. Foul ball. First base side. The count will hold. 3 balls and 2 strikes. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the 5th inning. My name is Sam Reeves here with you, South Warren High School. The OVL regular season matchup between the Duelers and the Flash. Here's the 3-2. Low for ball 4. And a leadoff walk for the Flash. As after the walk to Evans, Nick Wimber, the left fielder, will dig in. Wimber in the third popped out to the shortstop Musrock. So first pitch to Wimber is outside, blocked nicely though by Grace behind the plate. As Colton Evans leads off first base with Wimber at the dish, the right-handed hitter. Here comes the next pitch. Outside for ball 2, 2-0. 2 balls and no strikes your count. The Duelers dugout chirping just a little bit over there on the third base side at home plate umpire. Seems to have a tight strike zone right now with Hernandez on the mound. Here comes the 2-0. Low for ball 3. 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0 here to Nick Wimmer, the left fielder, digging in, the right-handed hitter. With Colton Evans leading off first base. He is on first base with nobody out here, top of the 5th. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Inside corner for strike 1. 3-1 now, your count. Count 3 balls, 1 strike for Jacob Hernandez, pitching to Nick Wimber. As here comes the 3-1. Low and inside for ball 4. And 2 straight walks for the Duelers hurler. And first and second now, nobody down for the Flash here in this inning. As Lincoln Hakeem will dig in, but first Jacob Snyder, the pitching coach, heads out to the mound along with Grace to talk to Hernandez. Will that be the end of the day for Jacob? Yes, it is. And he will head back to the dugout after 4+ innings of work on the mound and his first start of the day for the pitcher from Bossier City Community College. It appears as though Mark Castle might be the next pitcher. We'll see. As no, it will not be Mark. He did do a little bit of pitching here in week number 1. It appears as though the new pitcher on the mound for the Duelers, I'm trying to catch a number. There's a lot of blue and not a lot of numbers showing currently. Once I figure that out, I will let you know. The end of the day for Hernandez. That's the final line for Jacob. 4+ innings pitched, 66 pitches, 33 strikes, 2 hits, 2 runs, both of those earned, 2 strikeouts, and 5 walks. As the new pitcher for the Duelers appears to be, let me see if I can figure this one out, as it is Liam Samuels from Kentucky Wesleyan College, the freshman right-hander from Vieira, Florida. Now on the mound, I believe it's Liam's first appearance of the season. Double check that for you quickly. Yes, this is Liam's first appearance on the season. Coming in with 2 runners on and nobody out here, top of the 5th inning. 4-2, the Duelers in front of the Flash. With runners on first and second and nobody down. At Kentucky Wesleyan this past season, Liam did not pitch much and as a result had a high ERA of 17.55, but only in 6.2 innings pitched. So not enough sample size, I would say, to really take that higher ERA into account. As the first hitter Liam will face will be Lincoln Hakeem, the catcher. In the 3rd inning, grounded out to second base. Did Lincoln. He'll dig in from the left side with 2 on and nobody out. Duelers up 2 runs here, top of the 5th. Trying to hand the Flash their first loss of the young season. Hakeem squares the bunt, pulls it back, runners take off. Throw to third, and it goes through the glove of Jenkinson at third. The runner will come around to score without a throw, and it's now 4-3. I would say that's an error on the third baseman Jenkinson, as the ball was right on the bag, but Jenkinson couldn't really catch it. And it went right through him all the way down the left field line. Allowed the runner, Evans, to come around to score. And now, runner at second base, that's now the tying run with nobody out here, top of the 5th. Next pitch is fouled back. 0-2 the count to Hakeem. As Samuels comes in, filling up the strike zone to the first hitter he faces. No balls, 2 strikes. Hakeem digs back in. The left-handed hitter awaits the 0-2 from Samuels, and here it comes. Chopped foul toward the Duelers dugout. Sends a few of the Franklin players ducking for cover, but it looks like everybody's okay over there. Count holds at 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to Lincoln Hakeem, the flash catcher. Samuels gets his sign from Grace, and here comes the pitch. Pitch is popped up. Jenkinson has another shot over there in foul territory at third and brings that one in for out number 2, I believe. That's only 1 out in the inning, as it probably could have been 2 if Jenkinson would have caught the ball on the stolen base at third, but that is only the first out of the inning for the Duelers on a pop-up to third by Hakeem. Lineup turns over. Top of the order, Kyle Levanchi now up. The shortstop for the Flash, a walk in the first and a single in the fourth for Kyle. Facing Liam Samuels, the Duelers' first pitcher in relief. Liam gets his sign, looks back at second. Here's the next pitch, and that one hits the outside corner. Strike 2, 0-2 your count. As Levanchi digs in, the right-handed hitter. Here comes the 0-2. A breaking ball is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Count is 1-2 with 1 down. A runner on second. And a 4-3 lead for your Duelers. Here comes the 1-2. Is swung on and missed. First strikeout on the season for Liam Samuels. And that is out number 2. As Drew Dalton, center fielder, will dig in for his third at bat of the day. Technically his third plate appearance, as both of his first 2 were walks, so they don't officially go in the book as at bats, it's just plate appearances. It's technically still 0 for 0 on the day at the plate is Dalton. The first pitch to him is popped up to the left field side. Over goes the left fielder Cape, and it lands in foul territory, 0-1. As Samuels will walk back up on the rubber, 0-1, the count to the 2-hole hitter Drew Dalton. Looks back at second, does Samuels. Now into Grace, gets a sign. Here comes the next pitch. A breaking ball is high. Ball 1, excuse me. 1-1 the count. Here at South Warren High School, Game 5 on the season for the Duelers, coming into today with a 2-2 record, facing the 4-0 Henderson Flash here this evening. Here's the 1-1. Inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Next game for the Duelers will be tomorrow night back here at South Warren, 7:05 first pitch against the Louisville Jockeys, a team that the Duelers just beat a few nights ago, 16-6. So next pitch is outside for ball 3, 3 balls and 1 strike. As that game against the Jockeys on Sunday evening ended after the 7th inning with a 10-run rule after 7. Final was 16-6 in favor of the Duelers. Here comes the next pitch. Now that's outside for ball 4. And a walk for Dalton. That's the third walk of the day for Drew. As Casey Sorg, the designated hitter, will dig in now. On the day for Sorg, a ground out pitcher to first base in a 2 RBI double in the 4th for Casey. Has 2 of the 3 RBIs for the Flash so far this evening. Left-handed hitter. Here comes Samuel's first pitch. Chopped to the plate, foul ball. Strike 1, no balls, and 1 strike. As Drew Dalton, the center fielder for the Flash, will lead off at first base. He is there with 2 down, top of the 5th. 1 run already across this inning for the Flash. Here comes the next pitch. Is a little bit high for ball 1. 1-1 the count. As it's 1-1. Samuels gets a sign from Grace. Here comes his next pitch. On the ground. The second baseman Robinson gathers it in, throws over to first baseman Mark Castle in time. And that will be the end of the top of the 5th inning of play. The Flash add 1 more and creep 1 run closer. Your score now, Duelers 4, Flash 3. We'll be right back with the bottom of inning number 5. Stay with us. Back in here, ready to begin the bottom of the 5th. Mark Castle, the first man up for the Duelers in the inning. First pitch from the hurler for Henderson. There's a hit in between third and short. A leadoff single for Mark Castle against Cade Sanders, in for another inning of work for the Flash. 1 pitch, an ambush tactic has worked successfully. As that will be 1 on, nobody out for the third baseman, Matt Jenkinson, who's 2 for 2 today with 2 singles. Jenkinson, the right-handed hitter, with Castle off first. First pitch is low for ball 1. Next pitch is a ball, 2-0 your count, with Castle on first. As the next pitch to Jenkinson is fouled straight back at the netting behind home plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Jenkinson will dig back in. The right-handed hitter with Castle off first. Bottom of the fifth, 4-3 now. Duelers in front by 1. Here comes the 2-1. Runner takes off. Castle to second. The throw down there is in time, and the tag is applied. Castle is gunned down on a nice throw back there by Hakeem, the catcher. And Castle is caught stealing for out number 1. The pitch was a ball, so the count is now 3-1 in favor of Matthew Jenkinson at the plate. He will dig in. Now 1 out, nobody on. 3 balls and 1 strike to count. Here comes the next pitch from Sanders. That's high and away, ball 4. And a 1 out walk for Matthew Jenkinson. He's reached base all 3 times up here this evening so far.
And coming up the bat, the second baseman, number 7,
Rashad Robinson, normally an outfielder from the University of Memphis, starting at second base here this evening. Rashad, 2 walks to his name today. As the Henderson pitching coach will head out to the mound and maybe take the ball out of the hand of his reliever. We will see. As the Duelers had a 4-run lead early, and slowly the Flash have been creeping back in it with 2 runs in the 4th and 1 in the 5th to make it 4-3 now. That will be the end of the day for Cade Sanders. Well, the Duelers will now be facing a new pitcher. Here, bottom of the 5th inning from South Warren High School. The new pitcher on the day for the Flash is Adam Wyhe, from Olney Central College, the right-handed pitcher from Newburgh, Indiana. Wyhe will toe the slab, the 3rd pitcher on the day for the Flash, after Nick Coleman only went 1 1/3, gave up 4 runs, all of them earned, with 4 walks and 1 strikeout. A final line for the first reliever out of the bullpen for the Flash, Cade Sanders. 3 innings pitched, 4 hits, no runs, 1 strikeout, 3 walks for Sanders. So very effective out of the bullpen. Adam Wyhe will be the next pitcher into the ball game for the Flash, the right-handed pitcher. First player he will face will be Rashad Robinson for the Duelers. With a runner on first base and 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. And my name is Sam Reeves. Thank you for joining us here this evening for Duelers Baseball. Game number 5 of 40 in the regular season. Here for the Duelers. 2-2 record so far on the young season. Flash coming into today's game with a 4-0 record. Duelers first of an 8-game homestand starting tonight all the way through Friday, June 17th. Here before they hit the road on the 18th, they head to Du Bois County to play the Du Bois County Bombers at the field where the A League of Their Own was filmed in Huntingburg, Indiana, so that will be a fun trip for the Duelers here in a couple of weeks. But first, some business to tend to on the field this next week plus here at South Warren, starting tonight against the Flash. As with Jenkinson off first, Rashad Robinson will dig into the box for his 3rd plate appearance on the day. First 2 resulted in walks for Rashad. The right-handed hitter Waits the first pitch. Here it comes, and that's low from Adam Wyhe. Next pitch to Robinson. Hits the bottom part of the zone at the knees for strike number 1. 1-1 the count. With Matthew Jenkinson off of first base and one down here, bottom of the 5th inning of play. Wyhe gets a sign from his catcher. Now comes the next pitch. Into the dirt and through the legs of the catcher Hakeem. And Jenkinson will take second base with ease. Man in scoring position now for Rashad. And a chance with a hit to drive in an insurance run here for the Duelers. Two and one the count. Here's the next pitch. Inside corner for strike 2 to Rashad Robinson. As the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Matthew Jenkinson off a second. Rashad Robinson at the plate for the Duelers. Here comes the 2-2. Fouled straight back. Count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch from Wyhe. Here it comes. And that's line to right field and over the head of the right fielder. As Jenkinson around third, he will come to the plate. The relay throw is not made as it is cut off. And that's an RBI double for Rashad Robinson, as the ball couldn't be caught out there by Dos Santos. That will go in the book as a double for Rashad, and an RBI attached to it, driving in Jenkinson. And the insurance run I mentioned just a second ago has been achieved. 5-3 now, your score. Kelvin Reese from Stoneman College digs in now in center field today for Kelvin. A hit by pitch and a strikeout to his name today. First pitch from Wyhe with Robinson on second. Here it is. Inside, ball 1. That's the 1-0 count. Here comes the next one. Inside for ball 2. Two-0 pitch. Here it comes. Low and inside for ball 3. 3-0 the count. That's the 3-0 from Wyhe. Here it comes. Inside corner, strike number 1. 3 balls, 1 strike with Rashad Robinson off of second base and 1 out here, bottom of the 5th. 5-3, Duelers in front. The 3-1 is low for ball 4. And a 1-out walk by Wyhe to Kelvin Reese. Makes it first and second with 1 out for the Duelers. Tran Dorsett, the right fielder, digs in from the left side to face Wyhe. Gets a sign. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and a foul tip into the glove of the catcher Hakeem. Strike number 1. Dorsett with a walk in the second and the third. An RBI on the walk in the second, though. So next pitch is fouled straight back. No balls and 2 strikes to Tran. 0-2 the count for the Duelers right fielder here this evening. The 8th place hitter and the lineup put together by Kyle Schexnader. Timeout called by Dorsett at the plate and granted by the home plate umpire. He'll step out of the left-hander batter's box and dig back in. Bat above his shoulder. And here comes the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3 swinging. And that is 2 down for the Duelers here in the bottom of the 5th. Rashard Grace now up, the catcher for the Duelers here this evening. With runners on first and second, 2 down. Grace so far today a strikeout in the second and a line out to center in the third. Here's the first pitch from Waihe. Check swing, but it's called a strike on the corner anyways, 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Next pitch, low into the dirt, blocked nicely by Hakeem. 1-1 the count. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on first and second for the Duelers. Up 5-3 is Franklin. As Waihe gets the sign from Hakeem. Here comes the next pitch. Rounded up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Around third comes the runner Robinson. He is up standing without a throw. And an RBI single for the catcher Rashard Grace. The Duelers extend the lead 6-3. Nice piece of hitting there by the catcher to drive in a run. And the Duelers up 3 now. Lineup turns over, top of the order. Bryce Cape, the left fielder, digs in now. Chance to add another run with a hit possibly. With runners on first and second once more. As the pitch is fouled off, strike 1. Cape so far with a ground out to short in the first, a walk in the second, and a line out to short in the fourth. Bryce from Southeastern Illinois University. As the next pitch is a breaking ball, finds the inside corner, no balls, and 2 strikes. 0-2, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Duelers up 3 now, 6-3 your score here from South Warren High School. Here's the 0-2, outside for ball 1. 1-2 the count now. To Bryce Cape, wearing number 5 this summer for the Duelers. Here comes the 1-2 from Waihe. And it's swung on and missed for strike 3. But the Duelers add 2 runs and extend their lead to 6-3 after 5 complete innings played from South Warren. We'll be back with the 6th inning after this. Stay with us on the Duelers Baseball Network. we would like to invite you to visit bgky.com to learn about all the fun and exciting events happening in the Bowling Green area over the course of this summer. You can go to visitbgky.com or call 800-326-7465 today to learn more about some of these events. Some of which will also be listed on the screen now for you to check out. If you're planning or if you're in the area of Bowling Green here this summer, whether it be to watch the Duelers play, which we would strongly suggest you do so, or for any other reason, some of these events might be for you. Check some of these out and come visit Bowling Green today. We appreciate their support of the Duelers. As back on the mound for another inning of work will be Liam Samuels for the Duelers here in the sixth. As back in, about ready to begin. The top of the sixth, it will be Liam Samuels back to the hill for another inning of work. Up first for the Flash.
Leading off the top of the sixth for the visiting Flash.
Will be the first baseman, Nick Rucker. Ground out to short and a hit by a pitch to his name so far this evening. He will be facing Liam Samuels from Kentucky Wesleyan. Samuels will look in to get a sign from Grace, does so, and here comes the first pitch of the sixth. It's high and away for ball one. As the 1-0 from Samuels, here it comes. Low for ball two. 2 balls and no strikes. The dimensions at this beautiful ballpark here at South Warren High School. Down the left field line, or left field corner, 312 to the foul pole. A very short 5-foot wall from the left field corner toward left center. The power alley in left center reaches 337 as the next pitch outside for ball 3. Center field has a taller wall that stretches across center field. That reaches 355 in total distance. The right center power alley at 345. And down the right field corner, down that line, the foul pole, a distance of 310. So that's your dimensions here at South Warren. Still an interesting ballpark, at least, the appearance is interesting. There are some interesting dimensions here. As the 3-1 is outside ball 4. Definitely not quite as quirky as Lojas Field last night. That was a very interesting place to watch a baseball game. But definitely, a very nice looking ballpark here with its quirks for sure at South Warren, as Ryan Dos Santos will dig in after the leadoff walk. Man off first, nobody down. Samuels will go into the stretch to face Dos Santos, the right fielder. First pitch is strike one. Rucker off first, nobody down. Samuels next pitch. Outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rucker will take his lead off first base. He's there with nobody out, top of the 6th inning. Duelers 6, Flash 3. Here's the 1-1. Hits the bottom of the zone for strike 2. Catches the knees. And Dos Santos, behind in the count, now at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2. That one is on a line. Second to short to second for one. Back to first. Did they get the double play? No, as it was not cut on the fly, says the second base umpire, but he's called out at first. And as a result, that's a double play. Very, very smart baseball. As I'm sitting next to the pitcher for the Duelers, Renard Grace, he says it's very smart. I would agree as well. That's a good play by Musrock to go over to second to Robinson, just in case the umpire said he didn't catch it cleanly on the fly, and that is what the umpire at second did rule. So that's a double play anyways, as they weren't quite sure if he was safe at first or out. So the manager for the Flash is going to go out there and talk to the first base umpire. And now all the umpires are going to get together, the three umpire crew, to get together and talk about things. But either way, it should be a double play, I would think, because if you catch it on the fly and throw back to first, if he's out at first, that's 2 outs that way. Or if it's on the ground, you go from short to second for one. And if it's back to first, the first base umpire called the runner out. So that should be 2 outs anyways, I would think. So we'll see. As the Flash manager is going to head back to the dugout, and still 2 outs on a double play. Officially in your scorebook, due to the fact that it was not a line drive, it should go 6-4-3 from Musrock to Robinson to Castle. 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch to the next hitter, Jeff Hoffman, is swung on and missed, strike one. The 0-1 from Samuels is inside for a ball one. 1-1 the count. Left or right-handed hitter Hoffman digs in. 1-1 count. Here's the next pitch from Samuels. Outside and low. Ball two. 2-1 your count. Two balls, 1 strike from Samuels to the third baseman for the Flash, Jeff Hoffman. Here comes the next pitch. Outside and low. Ball three. 3-1. A good hitter's count for the Flash third baseman now. So far on the day for Jeff, a strikeout swinging in the second and a line out to second base in the fourth. Here comes the 3-1 from Samuels. Fouled straight back to the screen. Count will fill itself out now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Liam will look into his catcher, Grace. Get the sign. First timeout called by the catcher, Richard Grace. Now ready to go. Samuels will get another sign and ready to go with a 3-2 upcoming. From the windup, here it comes. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and a fist pump from Liam Samuels as he heads off the mound. That will mark the end of the top of the 6th. After the double play and the strikeout, the Duelers still up 3 by a score of 6-3. Stay with us. We'll be right back as the Duelers come up for the bottom half of the inning. As first pitch of the sixth is a line drive to center. It will hang in the air for Dalton. He'll bring it down for the first out of the bottom of the sixth. So up here in the booth, we're talking about bus trips. Part of the fun of summer ball. Had a long bus trip to Louisville Sunday. Stuck in traffic for a lot of it. But the Duelers got a win 16-6, so that made the trip back much more tolerable. As one down here in the sixth. Sam Slaughter at the plate after the fly out to center by Musrock. First pitch to Sam is outside, ball one. Slaughter digs in, the left-handed hitter. Facing Waihe. Next pitch swung on and missed. Strike number one. One ball, one strike, one out. Nobody on base as the next pitch is a breaking ball outside and low. 2 balls and 1 strike your count to Sam Slaughter. Started his collegiate career at Memphis, then played at Calhoun Community College this past year and will be going up back to Division I Belmont next year. The 2-1 pitch is outside, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. So far this evening for Sam, a walk in the first, an RBI single in the second, and a ground out to short in the fourth. The Duelers up 6-3 here. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Franklin. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Flash. Here comes the 3-1 from Waihe. The breaking ball inside. Slaughter fights it off and fouls it off. First base side. Full count now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 is high and away for ball 4, and a 1-out walk for Sam Slaughter. The second walk on the day for Sam. That will bring up Mark Castle now. I put out to the first baseman for Mark in the first, and a single in the fifth. Man on first, 1 down. That is Slaughter up for first. Here comes the first pitch from Waihe. Inside corner, strike number 1. Castle digs in, the right-handed hitter. With Slaughter on first, and 1 down here. Top. I was right the first time. Bottom of the 6th as the runner takes off. Slaughter to second. The throw in there on a bounce. Sam is safe with a feet first slide and gets in ahead of the tag. The throw got there on a bounce or 2 from the knees of the catcher Hakeem, and the tag could not be dropped in time. Stolen base for Sam Slaughter. Makes it man on second and 1 down for the Duelers here, bottom of the 6th. 6-3, Duelers up by 3. As Waihe gets the sign from Hakeem, here comes the 1-1. On its way, Slaughter takes off to third, and the pitch is lined on a bounce to the second baseman. Has a little bit of trouble with it. Throw across his body to first is picked out nicely by the first baseman Rucker to avoid an error. And that is out number 2, but Slaughter advances to third. Man on third now, 2 outs.
Number 14, Matt Jenkinson.
As Matt Jenkinson, the third baseman, will stride to the plate now. Jenkinson, the right-handed hitter. Waihe on the mound. First pitch is inside and hits Jenkinson square in the numbers on his back. A 2-out hit by pitch makes it first and third now. And now Rashad Robinson will dig in. As Robinson will dig in from the right side to face Waihe. Bottom of the sixth inning, 6-3 Duelers in front of the Flash. First pitch is in the zone for strike one, a throw down, and a fake throw and a hold by the catcher Hakeem as he wasn't able to catch that one cleanly. And Jenkinson took second. Strike number one. 0-1 the count. It looks like Hakeem might have got crossed up there as he heads out to talk to his pitcher Waihe. Thus the pass ball will be charged to the catcher Hakeem. It was in the strike zone, so he probably should have caught it cleanly and could not do so. The 0-1 pitch from Waihe to Robinson as Waihe gets his sign from the catcher. Man on second and third now. Here's the pitch, and that one hits the inside corner for strike two. 0-2 your count. Sam Slaughter off of third base. Matthew Jenkinson off of second. And Rashad Robinson at the plate for the Duelers. Adam Waihe on the mound for the Flash. Ahead in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here, bottom of the sixth. Here's the 0-2. Robinson pokes it into the outfield. It will hang in the air, though, and be caught by Dos Santos, the right fielder. Off the bat, that might look like it would have dropped, but it hung up in the air a little too long and was grabbed by Dos Santos to mark the end of the sixth. But the Duelers still lead by 3, a score of 6-3. We'll be back with the seventh after this. Stay with us on the Duelers Baseball Network. While we have a moment, we would like to thank some of our sponsors of Duelers Baseball this summer. They include PikaView Imaging. Whether it's 2D, 3D, or 4D ultrasounds, PikaView is the place to go for your imaging needs. You can find them at 107 Roby Street in Franklin, Kentucky. We appreciate their support of Duelers Baseball. Also, we would like to thank Sure Stay Hotel, Bowling Green North, located at 700 Interstate Drive in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Sure Stay by Best Western is the official hotel of the Duelers. If you're coming into town, be sure to check them out. Also, Wildfire Barbecue. Check them out at 105 State Street in Franklin, Kentucky. Available for dine-in or carry-out. Wildfire has been serving delicious barbecue in the region for over 20 years. Wildfire is the official barbecue restaurant of Duelers Baseball. Also, Woody's Glove Repair, located in Franklin, Kentucky. Woody's brings old baseball gloves back to life, or old baseball gloves back to life, and gives new ones a custom look. Offering relacing, repair, and break-in services, take your glove to Woody's today. As that will mark the beginning of the seventh inning of play. Onto the mound now, Nate Cunningham for your Duelers. He is the only player that was on the Franklin Duelers last summer. He's the one returner for this summer's team. Nate will toe the slab here in the seventh. As Colton Evans will be the first one to greet Nate. Nate Cunningham from Kentucky Wesleyan College, a senior left-handed pitcher born and raised right here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. As Colton Evans digs in, the right-handed hitter will be the first to face the lefty. First pitch from Nate on its way. And that one hits the corner of the zone, strike number 1. At Kentucky Wesleyan this past season, Nate had an 8.74 ERA and only 11 1/3 innings pitched, 17 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Next pitch is outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Nate looks in to get the sign from Grace. Here comes the 1-1. It's a big swing. The bat goes flying toward the third base dugout. Everybody's okay over there as it landed right in front of the Duelers dugout. As Kyle Schexnayder, the Duelers manager, will bring it back over to the hitter Colton Evans. That is strike number 2, 1-2 your count. As Nate Cunningham toes the slab for his first inning of work here this evening. The 1-2 on its way, and that is swung on and missed for strike 3, a strikeout to open Nate's outing here tonight. 1 up and 1 down. This is also Nate's first appearance on the season for the Duelers. Starts it off with a strikeout swinging. Next hitter into the box, Nick Wimber, the left fielder. First pitch, strike number 1. As Nate the lefty gets a sign from Grace, here comes the 0-1. Outside corner strike number 2, 0-2 the count. Nate working well ahead of hitters here early on in his outing. As gets a sign from Grace, here comes the 0-2. A breaking ball swung on and missed for strike number 3. 2 batters faced and 2 Ks to Nate Cunningham's name so far this evening. After the first 2 of the inning are set down on strikes, Lincoln Hakeem, the catcher, the 9-hole batter, steps up now with a ground out to second and a pop out to third. The left-handed hitter to face the lefty, Nate Cunningham. Duelers up 6-3. First pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. Duelers with 6 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Flash with 3 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Next pitch from Nate. Outside corner again. Strike number 2. Hakeem didn't like it, but Nate got the call on the corner. Strike 2, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Cunningham gets the sign from Grace. Here comes the 0-2. A breaking ball hits the outside corner. Strike 3 called. And that is 3 batters faced and 3 strikeouts for Nate Cunningham here tonight. Beautiful job out there by Nate in his inning of work so far. And after the top of the 7th is completed, the Duelers still hold a 3-run lead. Your score, Franklin 6, Henderson 3. We'll be right back with the bottom of inning number 7. Stay with us. Back in here. Bottom of the 7th after a shutdown inning by Nate Cunningham on the mound. The Duelers keep their 3-run lead, 6-3 your score, and will come up for the bottom of the 7th against Adam Wyhe back out there for another inning of work. It appears Wyhe will be facing Robinson, Reese, and Dorsett, if I remember correctly.
And up to bat, the center fielder, number 46, Calvin
as it will be Reese, Dorsett, and Grace, excuse me. As it's raining a little bit here at South Warren High School. First pitch, inside corner, strike one. Not too hard, but we're situated in the press box, so we're all right up here. Luckily, the camera equipment will be just fine. And the stream should continue with no issues as the next pitch is fouled off for strike two, 0-2 your count. No balls and 2 strikes to Kelvin Reese, the center fielder from Stoneman College. As Waihe gets a sign, here comes the 0-2. Outside for ball number 1. So far in the day for Reese, a hit by pitch in inning number 2, a strikeout in the 3rd, and a walk in the 5th. Next pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3 swinging, and 1 up and 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th.
And coming up the bat door right field, number 8, Treyan Dorsett.
Treyan Dorsett will step up now. The right fielder. For Dorsett, an RBI, a walk with an RBI attached to it in the 1st, a walk in the 2nd, and a strikeout in the 4th.
Correction. That is number 42, Quincy Smith, the 2nd.
As Quincy Smith will be pinch hitting, actually, for Dorsett. Quincy has been starting at second base these last few games. Got the night off. Will be pinch hitting here with 1 down in the 7th. First pitch is outside, ball 1. Next one is on the ground. Caught in the air by the shortstop. That is Levanchi, and there are 2 up and 2 down here, bottom of the 7th.
Coming up to bat the catcher, number 41,
Shard Grace, the catcher, will dig in now for his 4th at bat of the day. A strikeout, a line out, and an RBI single for Richard. First pitch, low and away, ball 1. Next one coming. Hit on the line, and a base hit for Richard Grace. Drops in front of the right fielder, Dos Santos. And that's the 2nd hit on the day for Richard, the catcher for the Duelers here tonight. 2 for 4 for Grace this evening.
And coming up to bat the left fielder, number 5, Bryce Cape.
Top of the order now for the Duelers. Bryce Cape, the left fielder, will dig in now. As Bryce officially 0 for 3, also a walk for Cape. But first, a slow walk out to the mound by the Flash manager. That is J.D. Arndt, it appears. He'll walk out and take the ball from his hurler Waihe, and that will be the end of the day for Adam. Final line for Waihe, 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run that was earned, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks. 2 1/3, excuse me. 3 hits, 1 run, which was earned, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks after the hit by Grace. As the new pitcher for the Henderson Flash will be Brady Joyner from Willamette University, the right-handed pitcher born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada. He'll come on in relief for the Flash. He will be the 4th pitcher on the day for Henderson. This Brady Joyner will tow the rubber. First man he will face should be the top of the order, Bryce Cape. As Cape will dig in to be the first hitter, Joyner will face the tall right-handed pitcher. So far in the season for Joyner with the Flash, 2 appearances, 2 1/3 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts at a 15.43 ERA here early on. As Bryce Cape will be the first one to greet Joyner, the Duelers left fielder and leadoff hitter tonight. Ground out to short, a walk, a line out to short, and a strikeout for Bryce this evening. Digs in from the right side with Grace off of first base and 2 down. Here's the pitch. High and away, gets past the catcher Hakeem, and Grace will jog into second base. Another man in scoring position for the Duelers with 2 down. As Cape will step out of the box for a moment and dig back in now. Ahead in the count, 1 ball and no strikes. The Duelers ahead by 3, 6-3. Your score here from South Warren High School. Next pitch is low and away for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Two and 0. Here comes Joyner's pitch. Swung on and missed by Cape. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Cape digs back in, the right-handed hitter. Timeout caught at the plate by Bryce. As Joyner shook off his catcher Hakeem a couple of times, and Bryce called for time. Steps back in now. Had the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Gets assigned as Joyner. Here comes the 2-1. Outside corner, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rashard Grace off of second base. 2 outs here. Bottom of inning number 7. Joyner will get his sign. Here comes the 2-2. Outside, ball 3. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here, bottom of the 7th. Rashard Grace off of second base. Bryce Cape at the plate. Brady Joyner on the mound. Here comes the 3-2. Inside for ball 4 and a 2-out walk.
Coming at the bat, this shortstop, number 21, Jackson Musrock.
It's 2-hole hitter Jackson Musrock. The shortstop will dig in now. So far, 1 for 4 on the day for Musrock. The 1 hit and RBI single in the second. First pitch, inside, ball 1. Musrock will dig in, right-handed hitter with 2 eyes on, 2 outs. Here's the next pitch. Bottom part of the zone, strike 1 called. Duelers with 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Flash, 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors. As the next pitch from Joyner. Here it comes. Musrock fouls it off back to the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Cape off a first, Grace off a second. Musrock at the plate. The 1-2 is grounded to third. Gobbled up by the third baseman. A double clutch and a throw to first. He's safe. As that is an E5. Timeout is called. The catcher will go out to chat with his pitcher. Runners, now bases are loaded, excuse me, after the error by the third baseman, Hoffman. And the bases will be loaded
Number 23, Sam.
as Sam Slaughter will dig in now. Sam going to be attending the Belmont University. After time spent this past season at Calhoun Community College, started his collegiate career at Memphis. Digs in for another at-bat. The DH today also plays a tremendous center field. Can play all 3 outfield spots, as a matter of fact, very well. So he'll dig in from the left side. Chance to maybe put this game away for the Duelers if Sam can come through with a hit here. First pitch from Joyner. Bottom part of the zone, strike 1.
I know, but why is it saying right here error position?
The 0-1 is popped up in foul territory. And strike 2. Sam will dig back into the left-hander batter's box. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Bases loaded for the Duelers. Bottom of the 7th. Here comes the pitch from Joyner. Outside, ball 1. As the Duelers dugout has been very lively over there on the third base side. Very boisterous tonight. Gotta love the support for their teammates. That's always good to hear and see. As the 1-2 from Joyner, here it is. And Slaughter on the ground to first. Gobbled up over there by Rucker. He'll take it himself to the bag. And that will end the 7th inning. After 7 complete here from South Warren High School, the Duelers up 6-3. Stay with us. Back in at South Warren High School, ready to begin the 8th inning of play. 6-3, Duelers in front of the Flash. As Nate Cunningham will tow The rubber for his second inning of work was flawless in the first inning of work for Nate back in the 7th. 3 strikeouts for Cunningham to start his season here with the Duelers. As the first hitter Cunningham will face in this inning, as the leadoff hitter Kyle Levanchi. First pitch on the ground to second. Robinson waits for the hop, grabs it, and throws over to first. Out number 1 here in the 8th. 1 pitch, 1 out. As Drew Dalton digs in, the center fielder. First pitch, ball number 1. Dalton digs in. The right-handed hitter facing the lefty, Nate Cunningham from Kentucky Wesleyan. Next pitch, swung on and missed, strike 1. Drew Dalton on the day, a walk in the first. Actually, 3 walks total today in the first, the 4th, and the 5th. As the 1-1 is in there, bottom of the zone, strike 2. 1-2 your count now. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Drew Dalton, the number 2 hitter in this Flash lineup. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball is fouled off behind the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. As we are in the top of the 8th inning of play here from South Warren High School. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out here. Here's the 1-2. Fouled off behind the plate once again. Count will hold at 1-2. Nate Cunningham back on the mound for his second inning of work here. Facing now Drew Dalton, the center fielder for the Flash. Nate gets a sign from Grace. Here comes another 1-2. Breaking ball hangs high and outside. Ball 2. Count evens itself out. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Nate will get a sign from his catcher, Rashard Grace. Here comes another 2-2. That pitch is popped up in the air. Mark Castle and Robinson over, and it's Rashad Robinson, the second baseman, to go over and grab the pop-up for out number 2. Another 2 up and 2 down so far for Nate in this inning of work. As we're at the top of the 8th here, as Casey Sorg will dig in for another plate appearance for the Flash. First pitch, breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 1. Cunningham back on the rubber. Here comes the 0-1. That pitch is lined down the first base line. Foul, 0-2 now. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 8th inning of play here from South Warren High School. Duelers in front of the Henderson Flash by a score of 6-3. As here comes Cunningham's 0-2. Pitch is fouled off. Count will hold that. No balls and 2 strikes. As the Duelers' first game of an 8-game homestand here this evening from South Warren. Tomorrow I'll match up with the Louisville Jockeys as the 0-2 pitch is lined down the left field line. Fair. As around first goes Sorg into second. The throw in is not in time. As Sorg decided to go in there standing up, and that made it closer than it probably otherwise would have been. But a 2-out double for Casey Sorg. And he will be on second base with 2 down now for the cleanup hitter, Nick Rucker.
And coming up to bat, the first baseman, number 9, Nick Rucker.
Rucker on the day, ground out to short, hit by pitch in the 4th, and a walk in the 6th. Cunningham from the stretch now for the left-handed pitcher, Kentucky Wesleyan. A local product here from Bowling Green, Kentucky. First pitch. Little bit outside, ball 1. The Duelers in their all blue uniforms, blue tops, blue pants, blue numerals and lettering trimmed in red. The flash on their road grays. As the next pitch is popped up high in the air behind the plate. Graced over to give it a look. Does he have room? No. And that is out of play. Foul for strike 1. Two outs here. Top of inning number 8. With Song at or Sorg at second, excuse me. Low and inside for ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike. Nate Cunningham pitching to Nick Rucker now. The stretch, here comes Nate's next pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. With Sorg off a second base and 2 down here, top of the 8th. Duelers 6, Flash 3 here from South Warren. Nate gets a sign from Grace. Here comes the 2-2. Is lined down in the left field line. Foul ball. Count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rucker will dig back in, the right-handed hitter against the left-handed pitcher Cunningham. Nate brings home the 2-2. Fouled straight back. Good battle here between these two. Count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 down here in the inning. That's Cunningham on the rubber for the Duelers. Next pitch, a breaking ball just off the black, apparently, ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good job by Grace to try to frame that one. Didn't get the call, though, and the count holds. Or the count fills out now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Cunningham's 3-2. Is flied in the air. First base side out of play. Count holds. 3 balls and 2 strikes. As Rucker digs back into the box. Here comes another 3-2 from Cunningham on its way. Pitch is lined to right field. Back goes the right fielder to make the catch. That is Treyan Dorsett out there, I believe. And that will retire the inning. After 7.5, the Duelers up by a score of 6-3. Back with the bottom of the 8th after this. Stay with us. back in here. Bottom of the 8th inning of play here from South Warren High School. Again, my name is Sam Reeves. Thank you, everybody, for joining us for this evening's edition of Duelers Baseball on the Duelers Baseball Network. Mark Castle will be the first one to dig in to greet Brady Joyner here, bottom of the 8th. Duelers up 3, 6-3 your score. As the first pitch from Joyner to Castle is swung on and missed, strike one. Joyner's next one as he gets a sign from Hakeem. Here it comes. That's high for ball one. The 1-1 pitch on its way. Low and away for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. Joyner brings home the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Count evens itself out. 2 balls and 2 strikes here as we lead off the bottom of the 8th. Mark Castle, the Duelers' first baseman and cleanup hitter at the plate. As Mark on the day, 1 for 4. A single in the 5th for his hit. That's the 2-2 from Joyner. This fouled straight back to the screen. Count holds. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Castle digs back in. The right-handed hitter facing Joyner. Here comes another 2-2. Low and away for ball 3. Good take right there by Mark. Count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The leadoff hitter in this bottom of the 8th. Castle, Jenkinson, and Robinson due up for the Duelers here in this half inning. The 3-2. Good job to spoil that pitch and stay alive by Castle. Fouls it away. Count holds. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The Duelers started this inning on the mound, but Jacob Hernandez, a starter who went 4 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned 5 walks and 2 strikeouts. Then follow that up with Liam Samuels and now Nate Cunningham as the 3-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3 for the first out of the bottom of the 8th.
And coming back to third baseman, number 14, Matt Jenkinson.
Matt Jenkinson now up for the Duelers. 2 singles, a walk, and a hit by a pitch for Jenkinson. So officially that would be 2 for 2 on the day, as the walk and the hit by pitch are plate appearances but not at bats. As Joyner gets his sign from Hakeem and brings the first pitch home. Inside and low, ball 1. On the other side, pitching for the Flash, Nick Coleman, the starter, only went 1 1/3. Cody Sanders went 3. Adam Wyhe went 2 1/3. And now Brady Joyner is the 4th pitcher on the day for Henderson. Next pitch was a strike 1-1, excuse me. As Joyner's next pitch is swung on and missed by Jenkinson. Now down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Next on the docket for your Duelers will be a date with the Louisville Jockeys tomorrow night. First pitch at 7:05 right here from South Warren High School. The next pitch is up the middle, past the pitcher, and into center field. A 1-out single by Matt Jenkinson. And Jenkinson has now reached base for the Duelers. All of his times to the plate, that would be 5 times. 3 hits to go along with a walk and a hit by pitch. Very nice day offensively for Jenkinson. As Rashad Robinson, who I believe is now in right field, digs into the plate. Rashad, 2 walks and an RBI double to his name so far today. Jenkinson leads off first. Here comes the first pitch from Joyner. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. So we're here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 6-3, the Duelers ahead of the Flash. The Duelers trying to give the Henderson Flash their first loss on the young season. Next pitch. Outside corner, strike 2. A throwback behind Jenkinson at first is not in time. Matt dives back in head first safely. 3 runs on 3 hits, 1 error for the Flash. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Duelers. Timeout called for by Robinson at the plate and granted by the home plate umpire. Step out and step back into the box, the right-handed hitter from the University of Memphis. Now in right field after he started the game at second. The 0-2 is up and inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Brady Joyner, the 4th pitcher on the day for the Flash. As the 1-2 from Joyner, here it comes. Poked foul at the plate. Count will hold at 1 ball and 2 strikes. As 1 ball, 2 strikes to count with 1 down. Joyner. First a throw back to first. Jenkinson back standing up. So we're at 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here for the Duelers in the 8th. Next pitch is fouled off first base side, and Robinson will stay alive. Count holds 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Duelers in the first game of a long homestand that will end on Friday, June 17th. So they're home for a while. If you're in the area, once again, come out and support these guys. They're playing good baseball here to start the season, and we'll look to continue to do so. If you can't make it, obviously, we'll be here for you all homestand long, and as many games on the road as well as internet will allow here on the Duelers Baseball Network. But for sure here with you for this entire homestand because we have pretty good internet up here in our home press box. As the 1-2 is low and away for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As the count is even, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bottom of inning number 8. Rashad Robinson at the plate. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Appeal to the first base umpire. No swing, according to the first base umpire. Count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. As Jonathan Evans waits on deck, he will pinch hit for Kelvin Reese, it looks like. As the next pitch is grounded to second. Over to short for 1. Return throw to first is not in time. Robinson beats it out, and is safe at first on a close play. 2 outs now, and Robinson on first, and that will give the pinch hitter Jonathan Evans a chance for his first AB of the day.
Coming up to bat to pinch hit, number 26, Jonathan Evans.
So 4-6 on the fielder's choice for Robinson, and now Jonathan Evans, the pinch hitter, will dig in. Getting the night off from starting, the outfielder from Southern University, born and raised in Starkville, Mississippi. Joyner ready, and the first pitch to Evans is swung on and missed. Strike number 1. As the 0-1 is swung on and missed. Strike 2. It's 0-2 to Evans.
He hit it. It hit the top of a tree, like the very top of a tree, and broke a limb. So he just still had something on it going out there.
The 0-2 runner takes off. Throw down to second. Robinson is in there safely as the throw goes into center field. As Robinson went into second standing up, which was kind of interesting. But he was safe nonetheless as the throw went into center field. Count is now 1-2 strikes with 2 down here, bottom of the 8th. Duelers 6, Flash 3 here from South Warren. Evans back in the box, the left-handed hitter. Here comes the 1-2. Hits Evans in the back. A hit by pitch. Makes it first and second with 2 down.
And coming up to bat, number 42, Quincy Smith, the second.
As Quincy Smith will dig in now for the Duelers. He came on to pinch hit for Trey Dorsett in the 7th. This will be Quincy's second AB of the day. Smith's first AB resulted in a line out to shortstop. As the first pitch, a breaking ball swung on and missed, strike 1. Smith swung on and missed for the first strike. The next one, 0-1 pitch, is outside, ball 1, 1-1 the count. As we are in the bottom of the 8th inning, Duelers up 3 runs by a score of 6-3 here. The 1-1 is outside, ball 2, 2 balls and 1 strike. Duelers with 4 in the 2nd and 2 in the 5th. Swung on and missed, strike 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Flash with 2 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th to make it a 6-3 ball game, and that's where we stand now. The 2-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Quincy Smith goes down swinging, and the Duelers head to the 9th. 3 outs to get for a victory here from South Warren. Stay with us for the 9th inning of play on the Duelers Baseball Network. Back in to try to get the save. University of North Georgia pitcher Jacob Lasat. And to try to lock down the victory for the Duelers. Nick Cunningham's final line. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, no runs, 3 strikeouts and no walks. So a very effective first outing for Nate out on the mound for the Duelers. As Lasat is in there to try to nail down the save for the Duelers. If he can do so, that will be win number 3 and get the Duelers back above 500 here early on still in the season. And we'll hand the Henderson Flash their first loss if they can get the victory. Henderson came in here today 4-0. As the first hitter to the plate for the Flash will be the right fielder Ryan Dos Santos, hitting in the 5 spot for the Flash this evening. Dos Santos 0 for 3 on the day. First pitch in there, strike one from Jacob Lasat from the University of North Georgia. He, along with 2 of his teammates, also pitchers on this Duelers team. Ethan Vandermint, as the next pitch is high for ball 1. As Reed Howard, Lasat, and Daniel Courtney, all from the University of North Georgia. Lasat on the mound now for the Duelers. Chance to lock down the save. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dos Santos to lead off the 9th. Here it comes. Pitch is low. Nice job by Grace to try to frame that one, but it was called a little bit low, maybe inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lasat gets his sign. Here comes the 2-1. Pitch is foul off third base side. 2 balls, 2 strikes now.
One thing I do like about how they do all the baseball, like you have home field. So like instead of like
2 balls, 2 strikes. Lasat gets a sign from Grace. Here comes the 2-2. That pitch is fouled back, and Dos Santos stays alive. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, you're in the 9th here from South Warren High School in Bowling Green, Kentucky. Again, my name is Sam Reeves. Thank you all for joining us here this evening on the Duelers Baseball Network. 2-2, a little bit low for ball 3. Full count now, 3 balls and 2 strikes to lead off the inning. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes now to Dos Santos. And the full count pitch, here it comes. Little bit outside, a leadoff walk to open the 9th. After being ahead 1-2 in the count, Dos Santos draws the walk. And he will be on first base with nobody down, with the Flash trailing by 3. For Jeff Hoffman now up. Lasat's next pitch is on the outside corner, strike number 1. Hoffman, the third baseman for the Flash tonight. Strikeout in the 2nd, a line out to 2nd in the 4th. And an out as well in the 6th. As the next pitch is fouled off in hit in foul territory for a foul ball, 0-2. Nothing in 2 the count to the third baseman, Jeff Hoffman, with Ryan Dos Santos leading off of first base. Nobody out as the next pitch is high and inside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jacob Lasat on. They got to have a chance at a save as the next pitch low in the dirt. Blocked nicely, though, by Grace behind the plate to keep Dos Santos where he is at first. The next pitch is fouled off by Hoffman. The count holds at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Dos Santos off of first. Hoffman at the plate. Nobody out. Top of the 9th. Lasat. There comes the 2-2. Low for ball 3. A good take there by Hoffman. Count is full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Lasat will have his catcher Grace go through the signs once again. As the 3-2 from Jacob. Here it comes. Apparently just a bit inside for ball 4. That didn't miss by much. but a ball is called off the inside corner. And 2 straight walks to start the inning. Jacob Snyder, the pitching coach for your Duelers, will head out to talk to Jacob. As the Flash have 2 on, with nobody out here, top of the 9th inning. Duelers up 3, 6-3 your score. There's Jacob Snyder, on the coaching staff at Southern University. Also, the first base coach and hitting coach for the Duelers, Wilhelm Allen, is on the Southern staff as well. Snyder out there talking to also Mark Castle in with the pitcher and the catcher. And Musrock, the shortstop, in the conversation as well. It has ended now, and players will head back to their positions. Snyder will head back to the Duelers' third base home dugout. Now up for the Flash will be the second baseman, Colton Evans. Pop up to third. A walk and a strikeout to Evans' name today. Here's the first pitch. In there, bottom of the zone, strike 1. Field location on that one after the visit by pitching coach Jacob Snyder by Jacob Lassat on the mound. Lassat gets the sign. Here comes the 0-1. Low for ball 1, 1 ball, and 1 strike. For the Duelers defensively in the 9th inning, Rashard Grace behind the plate, Mark Castle at first, Quincy Smith at second, Jackson Musrock at short, Jenkinson at third. As the next pitch is a slider swung on a miss, strike 2 in the outfield for your Duelers. Bryce Cape in left, Jonathan Evans in center, and Rashad Robinson in right. Next pitch is hit on the ground, past second base and into right field. Runner heads around second into third, and a run also crosses the plate for the Flash. It's all of a sudden 6-4, and Henderson has runners at the corners with nobody out. Well, that ball wasn't hit hard, but it found a hole between first and second. All of a sudden, the Duelers in a little bit of trouble here, top of the 9th inning. Now into the box for the Duelers. Nick Wimber, the left fielder. First pitch, low for ball number 1. Wimber on the day. Pop up to the shortstop, a walk and a strikeout. Tying run leads off of first base. Here comes the next pitch in the zone for strike 1. Go ahead, run at the plate, tying run at first for the Flash here on the top of the 9th. Already run across in this half inning. Duelers 6, Flash 4 your score. Here comes the 1-1 from Lassat. A little bit low for ball 2. Some noise from the Duelers third base dugout as it seems the strike zone may be getting just a little bit smaller than it was earlier. As the count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the next one from Lassat. Pop up on the infield. Who wants it? It appears Grace does, and he grabs it right in front of the pitcher, Lassat. That is out number 1, and a big out number 1 at that for the Duelers defensively here this half inning. Those pop-ups are always a little questionable, especially when the pitcher thinks he wants it. I know I'm sitting next to a pitcher up here in the press box, but normally pitchers need to get out of the way on those pop-ups, and Grace took charge at the last moment and caught that one. Lincoln Hakeem, the catcher, digs in now. 1 down, runners first and third here in the 9th. First pitch from Lassat, inside and low, ball 1. Hakeem, a ground out to second and a pop out to third on his line today. 1 ball, no strikes. Runners on first and third, 1 out in the 9th. Here's the next pitch. Hits the outside corner, 1-1. A good spot right there by Jacob Lassat from UNG. The Duelers are up 2 runs here with 2 more outs to get. 1-1 the count. Here comes the pitch. On the ground to third. Jenkinson to second for 1. Over to first. Safe. As apparently Mark Castle was off the bag. The Duelers get 1 out. 1 more run crosses the plate. And it's 6-5 now. That was close at first, as Hakeem might have beat it out anyways, but they say Castle was off the bag, so it didn't matter, did the first base umpire. As it will now be up to the top of the order, Kyle Levanchi, the shortstop. 6-5, runner on first, 2 down. Duelers up by 1 as the first pitch to Levanchi hits the outside corner, strike 1. Next one coming. Foul straight back, 0-2. 1 strike away are the Duelers. Duelers need 1 strike. Here comes the 0-2 from Lasat. Low. Grace got just enough on it to keep it in front, and that was critical because you don't want the tying run to move up 90 feet into scoring position here. Still now 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Kyle Levanchi, the leadoff hitter. Waits the 1-2. Here it is. And a swing and a miss. Lasat strikes him out, and the Duelers escape with a victory. A 1-run win by a score of 6-5 for your Duelers here this evening. That will put the Franklin Duelers above 500 here early with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses before a date with the Louisville Jockeys. Tomorrow night, we'll be back with postgame coverage after this. Stay with us. Back with you to close things out here from South Warren Ballpark. My name is Sam Reeves, and the Duelers escape with a 1-run victory in a close one, a hard-fought battle between 2 talented ball clubs here this evening. Duelers 6, Flash 5. Duelers end the night 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Flash end the night with 5 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Nate Cunningham, who finished the day at 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. The losing pitcher is Nick Coleman, who started the ball game for the Flash. Went 1 1/3 innings, gave up 1 hit, 4 runs, all 4 earned, 4 walks, and 1 strikeout. The save goes to Jacob Lasat on the day for Lasat. Worked the 9th inning, got all 3 outs, allowed 1 run to score, had 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. So that will be the end of the day for your Franklin Duelers here this evening. A victory by a score of 6-5. We'll be back with you tomorrow for Game 2 of this long homestand against the Louisville Jockeys. First pitch scheduled for 7:05 Central Time. For Sam Reeves, that will be the end of the night here from South Warren Ballpark. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in this evening. And be back with us tomorrow, either out here at the ballpark at South Warren or via your YouTube live stream on the Duelers Network. Thank you again for watching and listening tonight, and have a fantastic rest of your evening.